Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toka 2. You know I had to drop a track for my boy. Yeah, Benny arresting boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting no fights on the table. I'm calling that boxing since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. All the people champion like Muhammad Ali. Shut up, Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the peak with little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out, man, chat, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandal. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this a fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Good evening, Bruce Gas over here with you on a Wednesday night. Digging on some jazz in the background, man. That's live from the Maple Leaf Bar. It's a bar down in New Orleans, man. I checked them out, and I don't think they're gonna get too mad at me for playing their stuff. Mr. Johnson's boxing talking more. My brother Michael Johnson, salute my man out there. Salute. I see that. I always think it's me. I always say it's Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. But nope, that's my brother Michael out there, man. Thank you so much for stopping by, my brother. Good to have you back too, man. You had that little vacation. I don't know what the hell happened to you. That's the thing about YouTube. You know, people disappear for a little while, and we don't know what the fuck happened to them. But anyway, man, I got that Terrible Tim. He'll be coming in a little bit, and maybe my good friend Linda Platt might stop in too. We never know, man. We never know on this Wednesday night. I'm enjoying something called Double OG Fortified. My brother, 86. Big Josh, salute my man. Good to see you in here, man. Hey, check out this. This is something that I found on YouTube. I found it on the internet. It's an artificial intelligence kind of a program, and it's just so cool. It's like you want to know about Tim Witherspoon? Tell me about Terrible Tim Witherspoon. Dig this.
Tim Witherspoon, also known as Terrible Tim Witherspoon, is a former professional boxer who had a notable career in the heavyweight division. Born on December 27, 1957, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Witherspoon competed from 1979 to 2003. Witherspoon is a two-time world heavyweight champion, having held the WBC title in 1984 and the WBA title in 1986. He was known for his strong chin, powerful right hand, and resilience in the ring. Some of his most notable victories include wins over heavyweight champions like Greg Page, James Bonecrusher Smith, and Frank Bruno. One of his most memorable fights was against Larry Holmes in 1983 for the WBC heavyweight title. Although Witherspoon lost by a split decision, he gave Holmes one of the toughest fights of his career. Witherspoon's career was marked by his ability to come back from setbacks, including regaining the NAP title and later the WBA heavyweight title. After retiring from boxing, Witherspoon has been involved in training and mentoring young fighters, sharing his extensive knowledge and experience in the sport. Do you have a favorite fight or moment from Tim Witherspoon's career?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's a nationally known legend out there on the internet, and here's my brother, man, two-time heavyweight champion of the world, Terrible Tim Witherspoon.
Hey
What's up?
everybody, sorry. I'm trying to get this together here. Hey, how you
Yeah.
doing? Hey, what's up,
Man,
Bruce?
I'm doing good, my brother. L. Hobby's out there, man. 86 boxing. M. Johnson, Mr. Michael Johnson. We'll give him a chance to come rolling in. Hey, Tim, I found this thing on the computer today. It's an artificial intelligence, and it's really cool, man. I don't know if you just heard what I was saying, but I just pulled the something up with you. Check this out. Listen to this, man.
Okay. I just
Tell
heard
me,
something.
tell me about Tim Witherspoon versus Larry Holmes.
Oh, and that AI stuff. Do you hear a lot of noise in the background?
The fight between Tim Witherspoon and Larry Holmes took place on May 20th, 1983, at the Dunes Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas.
Yep.
This bout was for the WBC heavyweight title, and it was a significant event in boxing history. Larry Holmes, known as the Easton Assassin, was the reigning champion and a heavy favorite going into the fight. Tim Witherspoon, relatively unknown at the time, was a rising contender with a lot to prove. The fight was intense and closely contested. Witherspoon managed to land several hard shots, particularly in the ninth round, where he had Holmes in trouble with a powerful right hand followed by a barrage of punches. Despite this, Holmes showed his resilience and managed to survive the round. After 12 rounds, the fight went to the judges' scorecards. The decision was a split one, with one judge scoring it 115 to 114 for Witherspoon, while the other two judges scored it 118 to 111 and 115 to 113 for Holmes, allowing Holmes to retain his title. The fight is remembered for its competitiveness and the surprising performance by Witherspoon, who pushed Holmes to his limits. As for AI, it's a broad and fascinating field. AI, or artificial intelligence,
Isn't that a cool
involves
thing? It's on
creating
the
systems that
That's
can
kind of
perform
accurate.
that typically require
can-
human.
You can ask it any question in the world.
That's kind of accurate.
It's very. I couldn't believe how accurate it was. Now Tim, I want you to say hi to everybody out there, man. We all been expecting terrible Tim Witherspoon, the champ. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling a lot better. I just got finished making a nice salad. A nice salad. That's how much of salad was in there. No meat, no meat, just salad and herbs and grains. I feel a lot better since like 5 days. I was kind of like this was hurting my chest and my shoulder. Now it went away, and I did 200 sit-ups, crunches today, and I stretched twice. So I'm doing the little light stuff first. I'm gonna call the doctor and ask me how far I could go. Then I'm gonna try to go full steam ahead when he said go ahead.
Nice.
Hopefully I
I
can
love
get an
it.
exhibition or something.
Every time I see you, you're looking better too. Your face is looking fuller. You got a little more spring in your speech. You just getting healthier. You're just getting healthier. I was talking
Getting
about.
healthier, yeah.
I wanted to talk about father and sons in boxing, and right now everybody's talking about the Boots Ennis
Yeah.
and
Boots is sharp.
and Boots' father's having a big argument with Brian Norman Jr.
Yeah, Bozy.
Yeah, Bosey's got the what has he got? He's got the IBF welterweight title, and Brian Norman Jr.'s got the WBO title, and the two fathers are having a big back and forth about money, and it's almost like it's hurting the fighters. They're taking it on the YouTube. They're saying that both of them each is a liar. And it all comes down to money, but it basically it's fathers and sons in boxing. And now, I mean,
Yeah.
you were a father, and you had a son in boxing.
Yeah. He hurt his shoulder. We did pretty good too. Keep going, Bruce. And I'll just add it in, but Tim was a nice kid, trained real hard, but his shoulder came out and he couldn't continue on.
But how was it being a father to a fighter? Is it different than having just a trainer? I mean, you feel like your heart's more involved.
Yeah, it is. It is. You feel like you're more involved. Sometimes I don't know. With me and him, he respected the fact that I knew a lot of defense and offense. He was comfortable with me training him, and he knew other people training him. I always talk like that. And other people training him didn't give him the positive thing, so he knew his dad knew everything. So all he had to do, I don't know everything, but he knew I knew a lot, and so he was comfortable. All he had to do was train. I taught him defense. I taught him how to throw the overhand right. I taught him how to block punches. I told him how to, when that bell rang, try to control your opponent with the jab instead of just coming out there throwing punches. It's a mind game, and you gotta try to begin your fight with that jab. So you got to strengthen your jab up when you're in practice, and you gotta all these things real quick. All these things you got to do before you fight your opponent. You got to watch videos of him so you know where his weaknesses and his strengths are, and you got to work on that when you're in training camp. So I'm really good, Bruce. It's just that I don't know. I can't get work. I'm not in the era. They missing out on a lot of stuff because I do know I can make a lot of things easy for these boxers. They need to give me a call. And
Shout
it's
out
money.
my brother Paul Driscoll out there in the Bud Files.
Hey.
Hi. Tim knows Paul.
Yeah, Paul is cool. Yeah.
I think Paul had an anniversary, wasn't it, recently, bro?
Well,
So
happy anniversary.
happy anniversary. I think it was Paul. My mind, I see so
me too. Me too, Bruce. I haven't had a drink or a smoke. I'm straight now. Look at me. Look at my eyes. I'm cool.
I'll tell you, your urine is very valuable. A lot of people have to pass that piss test. 30 years. Yep, it was Paul. Paul's anniversary, 30-year anniversary, man. So shout out to my brother Paul Driscoll, a true supporter of boxing. And father and sons in boxing, though, was it difficult to see your boy get hit in the ring? You feel those punches more than you would just somebody you were training? Did you freeze, champ? I think Tim froze up.
That's not mine, is it?
Yeah, I think you froze up on me just for a second. You're good now.
Oh yeah, I know it came back. I wonder what that is. Should I put the plug in and make sure the wire's in? Because I'm not using a plug.
Get Shania.
I'm just using the battery.
Shania, plug in that.
No, it's only right here. It's right
Okay,
next to me. Let me get the plug and plug it in.
All right. Chris, salute, my brother. Thank you so much for coming by, man. Welcome to Wednesday night, man. I'm so blessed to be a friend of Terrible Tim, man. With talking to the champ, and I just kind of had this thought yesterday because everybody's talking about fathers and sons in boxing right now, and they've always been there. I mean, I can remember when I first started watching boxing, Wilfred Benitez and his father Gregorio. Gregorio's gambling Wilfred's paychecks before he's even getting them. I mean, there was all kinds of stories about the fathers and son relationships. There was Pat O'Grady and Sean O'Grady. And Sean O'Grady, I think his first year in boxing, fought 25 times in a year. I think Tim kind of went out and he's going to come back in. And we keep the show going. The signal's still here. 35 years, man. Me and my wife are close to that. Let's see. I met my wife in 1989. We didn't get married to 2000, either 2000 or 2001. I can't even remember. But anyway, man, I love anniversaries. On my first wedding anniversary, you know what I remember more than anything else? It was the night that Hector Camacho fought Bobby Chacon for the WBC super featherweight title, and I made sure that I had a hotel because it was like a beach town. Oh, Tim bopped off. He'll be back in a sec. He's just recharging his trusty computer, and Tim's a guy like me, man. We're so far out of this internet age, man. This is a whole new baby, a whole new forms of communication, but it's so cool. How in the world could we ever get two-time heavyweight champ of the world to come over here in the living room with Bruce Gass and talk some serious boxing? And I mean, fathers and sons, just think of some father and son relationships. I'm going to use this to bring up a couple. The father and son relationship of Sean O'Grady and Pat O'Grady.
The relationship between Sean O'Grady and his father, Pat O'Grady, was central to Sean's boxing career. Pat, a former boxer himself, managed and trained Sean from the beginning, guiding him through the highs and lows of his career. Pat O'Grady was known for his strict and sometimes controversial management style. He was deeply involved in every aspect of Sean's career, from training to fight negotiations. This close relationship helped Sean achieve significant success, including winning the WBA lightweight title in 1981 by defeating Hilmer Kenty. However, Pat's decisions also led to some challenges. For instance, Sean was stripped of his WBA title for refusing to fight the mandatory challenger, Claude Noel. This decision was influenced by Pat, who wanted to start his own boxing organization, the World Athletic Association, WAA. This move was controversial and impacted Sean's career trajectory. Despite these ups and downs, Sean O'Grady retired with an impressive record of 81 wins, 5 losses, and 70 knockouts. After retiring, he became a well-known boxing analyst, sharing his insights and experiences with fans.
I remember when Sean O'Grady had the title. He was defended. I think it was against Alfredo Lane. It was one of the Caribbean boxers, and he turned it down. His father turned it down. They wanted to start a whole new organization.
I remember that. Well, who was that they turned down?
Claude Noel. That's who it was. They turned down.
Okay, yeah, I remember
They turned
that.
down Claude Noel, and Claude Noel ended up getting the WBA title. Sean O'Grady fought Andy Gannigan for the WAA, which is what his father started, the World Athletic Association, and Sean got knocked out by Andy Gannigan. I mean, it shows you how some of these father-son relationships blow up in your face. And Paul Driscoll mentioned Davey Hilton and his father.
Davey Hilton. I was with them in training camp. His dad seemed to be okay. They seemed to have a good relationship. I don't know what happened behind the closed doors, but I never seen them argue. Never seen them. Maybe when they went back to Canada, I was in Don King's camp with them. I trained with them. I ran with them. Chopped wood with them. They had a good relationship. So, but I don't know what happened when they left the camp. But they was just, to me, it seemed like they were organized when we was at the camp. I never seen them had any disputes or anything like that. You could have got Davey to come on if you was thinking.
I'm never thinking. I know I could have. And man, you know, we're broadcasting right now on Facebook. So Davey, if you're out there, brother, or Matthew, and you want to come on, just say something.
Oh man, yep.
We'll send you out a link. I mean, this is, and you know, El Harvey, my brother's got a question out there, and this is for the both of us. What's the difference between the way boxing dads were back in the early days compared to the dads today? Because like I said right now, the dads today, it's almost like they're bubble wrapping their kids. They don't want to put them in heavy fights. They want to make huge, almost outlandish paydays. It's crazy. It's almost like the spotlight on the father.
I don't think none of them were boxers either, were they?
Well, a lot of them were. Yes, a lot of them were boxers.
They were.
But
yeah, wasn't really successful, right?
Well,
I never heard of none of their dads. I never heard of none of their dads.
Okay, I'll get a famous one for you. But the thing is, I'm gonna put this on.
No rush. Whenever you're ready, feel free to share.
All right.
Whether it's a famous fight, a memorable moment, or anything else.
Be quiet. Be quiet, you. I'm not ready for you yet. You have to be quiet for 2 seconds while I ask us the question. I'm going to ask about, let's see. How about Julio Cesar Chavez and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.? Was there any conflicts?
Okay. I'm sorry.
Here we go. All right, no, we're good.
Yes, there have been notable conflicts between Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. and his son, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Their relationship has been tumultuous, often playing out in the public eye. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. has made several serious allegations against his father, including claims of abuse and confinement. He accused his father of having him confined against his will in a treatment center and of trying to control his life. Chavez Jr. has also spoken about the emotional and physical abuse his mother endured, which he attributes to his father. On the other hand, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. has expressed concern for his son's well being, particularly regarding his struggles with addiction. He has stated that his actions were motivated by a desire to help his son overcome these issues. However, he has also mentioned that legal constraints in the United States limit his ability to intervene directly. Their conflicts have overshadowed many of their achievements in the boxing world, with personal grievances often taking center stage. Despite these challenges, both have had significant careers in boxing, with Chavez Sr. being one of the greatest boxers of all time and Chavez Jr. achieving success as a former middleweight world champion.
Pretty cool, huh? I didn't realize they had so much going on between them.
I think the personal raising of his son sometimes twinkle into the boxing feelings and stuff that you had at home. It trickles into the boxing. So when you're teaching that the feeling you get, sometimes you at home and having conflicts. When you get into in that area like boxing, it's something. It's not stuff at home, but it's a feeling that you get that you rebelled against your dad and something. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that, and that probably comes from the conflicts at home. So the behavior carries on to the ring, but in a different matter, like boxing, like trying to teach him and all that type of stuff. My son was a nice kid. He hollered at me one time. He hollered at me one time. That was over something else. But other than that, I was still fighting, and my brother was teaching him. So he got kind of tight with cool with my brother. But my brother only had like 2 amateur fights. I know more than my brother Steve. But so he was overwhelmed by Tim Jr. And when I came in, one time he like raised his voice at me, but that was the only time. He never really went against the grain when we was together. When we was together training and everything, we ran together, we chopped wood, we did everything together. And one time he just got frustrated. Maybe it's because of maybe something personally at home, but when he wasn't living with me and stuff. But he like got in a hollering thing, but that was only one time.
Salute to my brother 306 from the Sticks, man. And El Javi says that he knows Chavez Sr. has publicly expressed his disappointment in his son's boxing career. Maybe the personal stuff played a part. So I don't know, man.
Just like I said.
It's hard. It's so hard to be a father and be a trainer.
Hey,
and one of the most famous ones out there. I'm gonna bring it up in a sec after we get through with this one. No, go ahead.
I'm just saying. Our behavior. We were, I'm mild and calm. I never put my hands on my son. He's 40 years old. I never hit him. He was like 5 months old, couldn't even walk, barely could get his bottle, and he wouldn't go to sleep. So I went like this on his leg, and he started crying. Other than that, I never hollered at him. We get along. I never put my hands on my son. I never hit him. So we always talk. So I never put my hands on Tim Jr. But it was other people and influence that got him a certain way. But other than that, as far as me hitting him, trying to be the boss, we got along. When you come into my house, you never know he's there. He's up there playing in the room with something, or you never know he's there. He's a good kid. So, but when in terms of like him trying to listen, and we did bump heads, because my brother really didn't fight that much, and so I don't know. He just got in some at that time. He just got a certain way and hollered at me. But other than that, we had a good relationship. He hurt his shoulder and he couldn't continue on fighting. I do believe he would have became champ at his weight class if he didn't hurt it. He threw it and his shoulder came out, so he had to sew it back in.
Wow. Sew it back in.
Yeah, this what happened. He was fighting and the shoulder popped out, and he almost lost the fight. He still won the fight. His shoulder was hanging, and he was fighting with one hand. Then all of a sudden he went a certain way and it snapped back in.
Oh,
So,
snap.
yeah, snapped back in. So he went and got an operation. They sold it, but he couldn't. So he had to retire. He would have been a good boxer. He would have been up there.
Oh, see, I didn't know
Shoulder
that.
came out.
Well, okay, because you know I met your son a bunch of times, and he's the coolest guy in the world.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
is.
he's a hard guy to argue with. I couldn't see getting an argument with him. He's like you, man. He's very very laid back. He accepts all opinions. He just and the little shit doesn't bother him.
That's it. It was just the other trainers, and maybe something internally. Maybe him and his girlfriend made him act like that one time when he said, "Who do you think you?" He got tough with me, and I said, "All right, just chill."
All right, man. Hey, that's a fighter. Hey, shout out to my brother Black Star Sports TV, one of my favorite cats out there, man.
Black Stops is in
Black
the
Star.
house.
And as a matter of fact, Black Star, he introduced me to John Scully many years ago. Well, probably about 5 years ago at least. And I called Scully today. I want to see if he wanted to come on, but he's in training camp with Baturbiev right now.
Oh, he's training with somebody.
He's training with Arthur Baturbiev, the light heavyweight champ of the world. They're training a huge fight.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. He's a good guy, though.
Yeah.
John Scully's a good dude.
He knows about fathers. I'm gonna ask AE to bring up another one. So give me a second of silence. I'm gonna bring up another one to talk about the relationship between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Sr. Okay.
The relationship between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and his father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., has been complex and filled with both collaboration and conflict over the years. Early years in training. Floyd Sr. was instrumental in training Floyd Jr. from a young age, instilling in him the fundamentals of boxing and a strong work ethic. Floyd Jr. often credits his father for teaching him the defensive skills that became a hallmark of his career. Periods of estrangement. Their relationship has seen significant ups and downs. In 1993, Floyd Sr. was incarcerated for cocaine trafficking, which led to a period of estrangement. During this time, Floyd Jr.'s uncle, Roger Mayweather, took over his training. This shift caused tension between Floyd Sr. and Roger, as well as between Floyd Sr. and Floyd Jr. Reconciliation and collaboration. Despite these challenges, Floyd Sr. and Floyd Jr. have reconciled multiple times. Floyd Sr. returned to his son's corner for several key fights, including Floyd Jr.'s bout against Juan Manuel Marquez in 2009 after a brief retirement. Their collaboration was often marked by public disagreements, but they managed to work together effectively in the ring. Public conflicts. Their relationship has also been marked by public conflicts. Floyd Jr. has spoken about the pressure and hard training methods imposed by his father, while Floyd Sr. has taken credit for his son's success. These conflicts have sometimes played out in the media, adding to the complexity of their relationship. Moments of unity. Despite the conflicts, there have been moments of unity and mutual respect. For example, during Floyd Jr.'s fight against Andre Berto in 2015, they shared a heartfelt moment before the final round, highlighting the deep bond they share despite their differences. Their relationship is a testament to the challenges and rewards of a father-son dynamic in the high-stakes world of professional boxing. If you have any specific questions about their careers or any other topic.
See, I mean, that's one of the most famous father and son relationships in boxing. And you know, I saw the baby Floyd Mayweather when Floyd Sr. fought Sugar Ray Leonard at the Providence.
I was getting ready to talk about that. I saw the fight the other day.
Leonard and
yeah, I saw it 2 days. I watched it 2 days ago.
I was in the fourth row, man. I saw that fight in Providence. I was in it's in the city right now. Couple of towns over from me.
Yeah, Floyd came out flying, but Sugar Ray broke him down.
Ooh, he broke him down. Now, you think that's kind of the way that Floyd Jr. and Sugar Ray, how do you think that fight would go?
And Floyd Jr.?
Floyd Jr.
My money would be on Sugar Ray.
Now,
my money would be on, and I'm just like him. He's a good kid, but my money would be on Sugar Ray. I trained with him a couple of times. I ain't trained with him, but I did like interact with him all the time.
You're in the gym with the guy.
Yeah, and he respected me. And I was like, wow, he respected Tim. He saw me fight. He commentated on my fights and everything. and he was positive commentation. And when he seen me, he was like, when I fought in Vegas, he was like, "Hey Tim," came over, we talked and stuff. So he knew talent when he seen it and everything. I met Floyd one time in Vegas before he even got big, but I met his father a couple of times. We just had a couple of words, and that was it.
But that was another father and son relationship that was pretty much of a standout thing. Hey, let me shout out my brother Demetrius Bright, who stopped in here, man. Patrick, my man, salute to you, man. Appreciate you coming by.
Paul, Disco, thank you.
Thank you from Terrible Tim and Bruce Gas.
And Demetrius, thank you, Demetrius.
Definitely. What other father and sons combinations? In fact, we just talked
Joe
to
Joe Frazier.
Okay,
I think he pushed. You could do it. Go ahead. He pushed Marvis too far. He pushed him.
Let's see what AI says about it, and then we can have it. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
The relationship between Joe Frazier and Marvis Frazier. Okay, let's see what she has to say.
The relationship between Joe Frazier and his son Marvis Frazier was deeply rooted in boxing, with Joe playing a significant role in Marvis's career. Joe Frazier, known as Smokin' Joe, was a legendary heavyweight champion, famous for his trilogy of fights with Muhammad Ali. His son, Marvis Frazier, followed in his footsteps, competing as a heavyweight boxer in the 1980s. Training and career. Joe Frazier trained Marvis from a young age, instilling in him the discipline and skills needed to succeed in the ring. Marvis had a successful amateur career, winning the National Golden Gloves Heavyweight Championship in 1979 and the National AAU Heavyweight Championship in 1980. Under his father's guidance, Marvis turned professional and achieved a respectable record of 19 wins and 2 losses. Challenges and criticism. Despite his successes, Marvis faced significant challenges. He was often compared to his father, which added pressure to his career. Marvis's 2 professional losses were high-profile defeats against Larry Holmes and Mike Tyson, both of whom were dominant champions at the time. These losses led to criticism that Marvis was pushed too quickly into fights against top-tier opponents. Personal relationship. Their relationship was not without its difficulties. Joe Frazier was known for his tough training methods and high expectations, which sometimes strained their father-son dynamic. However, Marvis has spoken about the deep respect and love he has for his father, acknowledging the significant impact Joe had on his life and career. Legacy. Marvis has continued to honor his father's legacy, participating in events and activities that celebrate Joe Frazier's contributions to boxing. He has also shared his experiences and insights, helping to keep the memory of his father's achievements alive. Their relationship is a testament to the complexities of a father-son dynamic in the world of professional sports, marked by both collaboration and challenges. If you have any...
So, I mean, that right there is...
It sounds like you might be thinking things over.
Yeah,
If there's anything specific on your mind, or if you have any more questions, feel free to share.
This is my new girlfriend right here.
So Bruce, what happened was, real quick, then we can go there. What happened with me?
Let me shout out Marvin McDowell, Marvin McDowell from Baltimore, man. Shout out to Baltimore finest. He's feeding the people out there. I saw this thing today where they donate fresh vegetables.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He's been doing it for 6 years. It isn't just a fly-by-night thing,
That's
man.
beautiful, Omar. That's beautiful.
He's a man who loves boxing, man. So shout out to him. All right, go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry.
It's on me. No, it's cool. We gotta give thanks to them. They make this podcast.
I'm all excited. I'm all excited having you on here, my brother.
But man, we buddies. Man, they make the show by asking questions. But sometimes, real quick, sometimes like Joe retired. Yeah, Joe retired and came back. And he's real hard on Marvis. Like I was kind of like that too in a way. I wanted him to do his best. I was on him. Sometimes you'd be a little bit too pushy on him and push him too far. You got to take your time and work your way up. But I was so proud of Tim really like progressing. And then I really didn't push him really hard. It was a shoulder really, because we would eventually would met together because he's not a bad kid, and I wasn't a really dad that really like, but I wanted them to win. So he was nice minded kid, and I know that once we would meet that peak, we'd have been all right. We wouldn't have argued at each other in the corner because we not like that. He's not. He's kind of like me. He's a nice kid. You met him.
Yeah.
But Joe Frazier was like rough on Marvis. I lost my last amateur fight to him. I lost my last. I only was fighting 5 months, 6 months, and I went into the Golden Gloves. No, it was about 8 months. I had 7 fights. I won 5 fights, and I lost 2, and one of them was to Marvis. And I saw the pressure he was under as an amateur. As an amateur.
See, I saw his dad in Providence when he had Hector Frazier. They called him Joe Frazier Jr.
Yeah.
He was a lightweight, and he was the same.
Oh,
same,
the little one. He was rough.
Hector. Yeah, Hector. He fought Vinny Paz in Providence. And
not a real fight.
Yeah, a real fight. So sold out the Providence Civic Center. 15,000.
What did Vinny do to him?
Vinny knocked him out. Vinny beat him up.
They pushed him too soon.
Yeah,
they had to.
Well, he got beat by Mike Mungin, Mike the Machine Gun Mungin.
Oh yeah, Machine Gun. Yeah, I used to train with Mike Machine Gun too. Yeah, Hector was aggressive.
Mike was the first guy that knocked out Hector, and then Hector came to Providence and fought Vinny Paz, and it was Vinny's homecoming, and the place was wild. But you know what I saw though? I saw Joe Frazier when he picked up Hector, and he said, "Don't worry about it, son." He held him in his arms, and it was just. It was real touching because Vinny beat him up. Vinny had lightning fast combinations, and I mean it was, you know, Vinny was in charge that night.
Maybe Joe should have waited. Maybe pushed it too far.
But you think Joe was a good trainer, or you think he was? He should have?
Well, Joe can teach his style. See, Joe he'll teach you exactly how he moved, and he did it with his sons because his sons wasn't really tall, and he taught them. I was in the gym with him. He was doing pretty good. Whether the boxers can comprehend or understand everything, I don't know because I was young too, just coming up, and Slim Jim was training me. But Slim, Joe really made him work hard. He made them work hard in that gym. All you hear is throwing the level, all in the gym, bam.
Mm-hmm. And you know, Vinny's another one we're talking about. I was just talking about. Vinny told me he couldn't stand his father. His father was training and was in his camp training with him, and they got such a bad relationship. He said it right on my show. It wasn't even a it wasn't.
Was his dad a boxer?
No, well, his dad was his dad was like his manager for a while.
Okay.
And
he should have stayed out of camp.
Not so much his manager, but just one of those fathers who were just too pushy. Pushy.
I know what you mean.
You know, it's almost like they try to suck the life out of their sons. They try to live their lives through their kids.
Yeah.
They want to, they don't want to be in the drive. They want to be in the driver's seat. They don't want to take second place. They want to be in the spotlight.
They gotta praise their son and motivate him and make sure that the light shine on him instead of shining on them as much. So I didn't really care about the light shining on me because I was already champ. I just wanted my son to win. And because he's a nice guy and he deserved it, but there was other ears in him. I would go away somewhere and come back. I didn't mean to change the story, but I would go somewhere and come back and things would be a little different. Then I had to catch up. I was still fighting when he was training. And so when I leave and when I come back, I had to play catch up. Wow. Things was different. He was throwing his hook a different way. And so that played a little part in it too. When I went away and came back, there were certain things I had to change with him. And he was like down with the way he was doing it, but I had to change him back. And he got frustrated and upset because, if somebody else showed my son something and it's successful, I'm going to let him keep doing it. It'd be stupid of me to stop it because I didn't teach him. So if somebody showed him how to get a good jab in and he's doing it better than the way I'm teaching it, I'm not going to stop him and told him to do it my way, I'm gonna let him do it the way the other guy told him to do it. If he feels more comfortable and it works, I'm
Excuse
not
me
going
for a
to
second.
change something. No problem. I'm not going to change something. If somebody showed my son, show him how to throw a left hook or right hand, if it's working, I'll be stupid to say no. Do it the way I did it. No, I'm not doing that.
No, I
That's
mean,
stupid.
there's been so many, and then another Philadelphia guy that we talked to, who had, whose father was involved in his career, Vinny Bugasi.
Oh, Benny. Oh, yeah. He was on the show. You should have
Yeah.
got Benny on here.
Well, we could, maybe Vinny's watching this on Facebook, and we can do another one because this is such a hot topic.
Yeah,
This,
it is. It
so
is.
many,
Oh,
so
him and his dad. Him and his. Oh my God! After his career was over, but now he's cool with his brothers. Now I talked to
Yeah.
Benny. He said that they cool, and that's all I was concerned about. Him and his brothers, because we all from South Philly, and I know his brothers and stuff, and they good dudes. And when I first heard that this was going on, I was like, oh man, I felt kind of bad. But now I talked to him about 3 weeks ago, and he said everything was good. I talked to his son too. His son was okay.
How about Boozy Ennis? How
I met them. I'm not saying I met them.
them.
I know them. They get along good. And that Boots, I'm gonna tell you something. I went into a fight. I walked in the fight. Here it is, Boots Ennis sitting there with all his crew. This dude is cool. He got up out of his chair and came to me and gave me a hug and shook my hand. And I said, whoa, this kid got the right head on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Some guys just sit there. Hey, he got up.
Bro,
Came
you're
over to me.
a celebrity, man. Everybody's gonna come talk to you. Two-time heavyweight champion of the world. How many
He's
people?
the man. He's
Well,
the man.
you're the man. You're the
I
man.
know.
You're
I
the
know
man.
that. No, I know that.
He's going to be the man, but he's
That
having.
showed me where his attitude was. He was really cool.
Well, he's having a big thing right now with Brian Norman Sr. Brian Norman Sr. is the WBO welterweight, and Boots is the IBF. Let's see what the lady says about it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I seen Boots fight. Okay, guys.
Wait, hold off. I gotta do it again. Wait a minute. Okay.
Paul Deuces.
You can't talk when I'm doing this.
I'm not.
She's hearing you.
You Can't Talk When I'm Doing This is a book by Ralph Wiley.
Be quiet. Be quiet. All right. Okay, you ready? You ready to be quiet for a second here? Okay. The argument between Boots Ennis and Brian Norman Sr.
It sounds like you might be referring to a book that involves a significant.
No. Boots Ennis' father and Brian Norman Sr. arguing about their fight. Let's see what she says.
The potential fight between Jaron Boots Ennis and Brian Norman Jr. has indeed sparked some public disagreements between their fathers and trainers, Derek Bosie Ennis and Brian Norman Sr. Brian Norman Sr. has been vocal about wanting a fair deal for his son. He has publicly stated that they are asking for what they believe is fair compensation for the fight. This has led to some tension and back and forth negotiations, with both sides trying to secure the best terms for their fighters. On the other hand, Bosie Ennis has shared insights from past sparring sessions, claiming that Jaron Ennis got the better of Brian Norman Jr. during their training encounters. He mentioned that Boots Ennis once broke Norman Jr. down in sparring, which has added fuel to the speculation and hype surrounding the potential fight. Despite these public disagreements, both sides seem eager to make the fight happen, recognizing its significance for the welterweight division. The negotiations have been intense, but there's hope that a deal will be finalized soon. If you have any more questions about
they're having a real go back and forth right now. And Brian Norman Sr. has been all over YouTube. I see him on shows for an hour and a half, telling his side of the story. He wants to get more money out of Eddie Hearn. He said and he's even naming figures. He said that they started with 750,000, and it's not worth it. He wouldn't come home with anything. And then they offered him 1.5 million. and it went to 1.75 million. And I don't know what happened, but it's almost like he bargained too much, and then
I think you need to go for that one. 1.7.
I think so too, because who's Brian Norman Jr.?
I didn't know. I didn't know nothing about him until you said it.
Yeah, and so how does he demand $2 million? It doesn't make sense.
Well, Eddie Hearn's got the money. I mean, they got the money. They could do that, but that's their negotiation and business. Let's see if it work out. I would like to see the fight. I definitely would love to see Boots fight against this guy, and I'm going to watch this guy because this is the first time I heard of him. I might have Russell. I heard his name before, and I might have seen a clipping of him, but I haven't followed him. I know what you're talking about now. Russell Jr. Okay.
No, Brian Norman Jr.
Oh, Norman. Who's Russell? There's somebody named Russell, right?
That's Gary Russell.
Oh, Gary Russell. Yeah. I never heard of this guy here.
Yeah. That's why it seems so strange that he's demanding up to $2 million, and he hasn't fought anybody, and it's going to end up costing him his fight with Boots Ennis, and it doesn't make any sense. But it's the fathers that are doing.
I think he need to take that.
Definitely.
If he beats Boots, his money gonna go way over $2 million. It should go over $2 million, depending on how he fight. I think. Because he's 1.7, right? 1.7.
Top Rank Caesar G it says that Top Rank just announced Norman Jr. fighting on November 8th. I think it's the guy's name is Cuevas or something.
Okay.
The number one contender in the WBO, and the guy's blowing a multi-million-dollar fight, a chance to make a legacy fight. It's ridiculous.
Hey, and if you beat Boots, your money is definitely going to skyrocket. It's going to go higher.
You know of any fighters back in the day that turned down opportunities like that and went nowhere in their career?
There is some, but I can't right off.
Something you definitely have to think about it. Break out some of the old Ring magazines, but
there is a couple. There is a couple. I just can't remember right now.
Let me ask the artificial intelligence about fighters who've had their career ruined by their fathers. Let's see if she says anything, okay?
Okay.
Boxers who've had their careers ruined by their fathers. Let's see what she says.
Okay.
There are several boxers whose careers were significantly impacted by their father's involvement, often due to intense pressure, poor management decisions, or personal conflicts. Here are a few notable examples. Marvis Frazier. Trained and managed by his father, Joe Frazier, Marvis had a promising career but faced criticism for being pushed too quickly into high-profile fights. His losses to Larry Holmes and Mike Tyson were particularly damaging, and many believe his career could have been better managed. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. The son of the legendary Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., Chavez Jr.'s career has been marred by issues related to discipline and training. His father's attempts to control his career and personal life have led to public conflicts and inconsistent performances in the ring. Hector Camacho Jr. The son of Hector Macho Camacho, Camacho Jr. struggled to live up to his father's legacy. His career was often overshadowed by his father's fame and the pressure to succeed, leading to a series of setbacks and unfulfilled potential. Corey Spinks. The son of former heavyweight champion Leon Spinks, Corey had a successful career but faced significant pressure to live up to his father's name. Leon's struggles with addiction and personal issues also cast a shadow over Corey's career. These examples highlight the complexities and challenges of father-son relationships.
Yeah, I'll tell you, father-son relationships. Let me shout out my brother D-Ray, Caesar G. Thank you, cats, for coming in here, man. And a lot of them are saying the same thing out there. Letting that $2 million go, or even the 1.5 million at his young career.
Yeah, because that'll give you the confidence. Look, I beat Boots Ennis, and he's going to get a big payday. He's going to get a big payday. That you got to get that, man. I went home with. I'm sorry, I went home with when I fought Larry Holmes. I went home with what?
70 grand or something like that. 90 grand.
Yeah. When I fought Frank Bruno, I went home with 200,000. He went home with $1.4 million, and I was the champ. But this kind of different. Go ahead, Bruce. Go ahead.
No, I got to do a hit. You go ahead.
Yeah, I do. I believe that if this guy you got to take these gambles. What, you don't believe in your skills? You don't believe that you can't beat Boots? That's what you got to have in the back of your head. I think that's sufficient. Sufficient. I can see if he beat a big time. What's the big name that he beat? That Russell.
Nobody.
Okay, then that's his payday. And after that,
I'll,
he'll get paid.
I'll bring his record up.
He'll get paid after that.
I'll bring his record up and tell me if there's anybody on here whose name.
Just can't keep babying your boxers. You got to make that crossroad fight somewhere in your career. And these guys are way up there. Sometimes you make the crossroad fight. The fight's crossroad, meaning this is the one that's going to make you go forward. Like the guy is tough and you tough, and you got to win to go forward. So,
Yup. See, that's the fight that he's got signed up there. Derek Cuevas. It's official now. Signed for
how much?
Signed for November 8th for the WBO title, and that's being held at the Scope in Norfolk, Virginia.
How much?
How much what? How much money?
Yeah.
I don't know yet, man. I don't know, but I'm sure. See, I mean, the thing about the internet now, everybody knows what everybody's making out here. It's like, people know what's in each other's pockets. It's crazy. I have no idea what he's making, but there's no way he's making close to that 1.75 million. Shout out to my brother Dr. Paul out there, man.
Oh, now what's Caesar G saying? What Caesar G saying? I think Boots. Go ahead.
Caesar G said, I think Boots also deserves the blame. He finally has an opportunity to win a belt in the ring, not just getting mailed in like the IBF. And all these.
What does he mean? What does he mean?
Because he was an interim champ and they stripped Bud Crawford of his title, so they appointed Boots Ennis the champ. He didn't have to win it in the ring, and it's the same thing with freaking Brian Norman Jr. He beat Santillan for the interim title, WBO interim title. They stripped Bud Crawford of the title, and they give it to Brian Norman Jr. So both of these guys are interim champs. I mean, both of these guys are paper champs. They're email champs, man. Suzanne, shout out to you, my sister. Thank you. But we all know that, and that's why they expect us to buy these things on pay-per-view. Come on, man. That's rich people problems. I stream them. I crack stream them. Now I'm going to be on this other medium. In fact, I'm on it right now. It's called Twitch. And I have a stream going on right now. I'm doing this stream over on Twitch. Looking at it, yeah, it's the same one we're doing here. Let's see, there's been 2 people looking at it, because I haven't even signed up for Twitch yet, but getting on as many platforms as possible. And let's see, what was I even saying right here, man? Oh yeah, we're talking about Brian Norman Jr. And Boots Ennis. But there's nobody on his record that this is a champ demanding $2 million. Santillan is the biggest name on there. Quentin Randall, Jesus Campos.
You got to take a gamble. You got to take a gamble to be the greatest sometimes.
Definitely got to take a gamble. It's insane that this guy's not fighting, fighting Boots Ennis right now. And this is the belt we want to see. And like my man Caesar G said out there, Boots Ennis should demand this fight too. He should want it to happen at all costs if he wants to unify the belt and become, do it for legacy, right?
Well, I think Boots should just keep doing what he's doing. You talking about the Russell guy? With Boots being not sympathetic, or what is the thing with Boots and he's talking about?
Oh, Boots and Brian Norman Jr.
Yeah, I know. So Boots will fight him though.
Well, it came down to money. They bitched about the money. Brian Norman Sr. said it wasn't enough. He started bringing in income tax. He'll be putting another tax bracket. I mean, the guy sounded like H&R Block out there. It's almost like too much for boxing fans to hear, to put up with. Negotiations should not be that transparent. Make the fight.
So but taxes has got to come off of the money.
Well, right now the fight's not going to be made. Right now, Brian Norman Jr. is officially fighting Derek Cuevas.
Okay.
On November 8th, and that's in Norfolk. And Boots Ennis has still got a date. He's supposed to be fighting at in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I seen them advertising that. I got to start writing stuff down.
Okay,
I might go down there.
Dr. Paul mentions a father-son combo out there. Let's ask my new wife out there about Joe and Enzo Calzaghe. Hang on a second, Dr. Paul. I got a new co-host besides my brother, Terrible Tim, man. All right, let's see what she's got to say.
Okay, you gonna bring her on?
Jay, you just talked again.
I'm sorry, you talking about her.
If you have any more questions or need
Be quiet, you. I'm not ready yet. Before we really, okay, here we go. Tell me about the father-son relationship between Joe and Enzo Calzaghe. Okay.
The relationship between Joe Calzaghe and his father, Enzo Calzaghe, was a remarkable and deeply influential one in the world of boxing. Enzo Calzaghe was not only Joe's father, but also his trainer and mentor. Born in Italy and later moving to Wales, Enzo had no formal training in boxing when he started coaching Joe. Despite this, he developed a unique and highly effective training style that propelled Joe to the top of the boxing world. Training and career. Enzo's dedication to Joe's career was unwavering. He trained Joe from a young age, and their hard work paid off as Joe went on to become one of the greatest super middleweight champions in history. Joe Calzaghe retired with an undefeated record of 46-0, a testament to the successful partnership between father and son. Personal relationship. Their relationship was not just professional, but also deeply personal. They spent countless hours together in the gym, and their bond was as much about friendship as it was about boxing. Joe has often spoken about the immense support and belief his father provided, especially during challenging times. Enzo was known for his charismatic and motivational coaching style, always pushing Joe to believe in himself and strive for greatness.
Yep.
Legacy. Enzo's influence extended beyond Joe, as he also trained other successful fighters like Enzo Maccarinelli and Gavin Rees. His legacy in boxing is significant, and his impact on Joe's career is undeniable. After Enzo's passing in 2018, Joe has continued to honor his father's memory and contributions to his career. Their relationship is a powerful example of how a strong father-son bond can lead to extraordinary achievements in the world of sports. If you have any more questions.
Yep, that was my new girlfriend out there, man. She's pretty cool. Huh? She knows a lot about boxing, doesn't she, Tim?
Yes, I was with them. Yeah, I was with them, Joe and his dad, for a short period of time over in England, and they did just like she said. They did. You never seen them really arguing. Joe was really cool. They didn't have. You can't tell anything was wrong. You couldn't tell anything was wrong. They had respect for each other. I spent some time with them.
All right, cool, man, cool. Hey, shout out to my brother Traveling Fools, the king of trivia out there, man. Shout out, bro. Appreciate you stopping by. Let's see, man. Oh, here we go, man. The Roy Jones Jr. and his father. Let's ask you about those two. That was a pretty. And then I want to ask you about Jerry Quarry and his father. But
Jerry Quarry.
The relation. Stop it. Wait a minute. What? I'm driving her nuts, man. She won't even let me. She won't let me talk.
Hey.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. What's going on here, man? Yeah, I do have more questions, but you're not letting me ask them right now. Let me shut this thing off and bring it back on again. I have to give her a little spanking here. All right. Let's see. Who are we speaking of now? The relationship between Roy Jones Jr. and Sr.
Roy Jones Jr. had a complicated and often difficult relationship with his father, Roy Jones Sr., while his father was instrumental in his early boxing career, serving as his trainer. Their relationship was marked by strict discipline and harsh treatment. Roy Jones Jr. has spoken about the physical and mental abuse he endured, which included intense training sessions and verbal taunts. Despite the challenges, Roy Jones Jr. credits his father for making him tough and helping him achieve success in boxing. However, he eventually felt the need to distance himself to make his own decisions and pursue his career independently. This separation allowed him to flourish and become one of the greatest boxers of his time. Is there anything specific you'd like to know
So
more?
it's definitely a fine line with fathers and sons in boxing, huh?
Yeah, I didn't have no problem. Just was a just was a couple of things. That's all.
Some people, some apparently they run into all kind of crazy problems out there.
What
You
I
know,
did too, I trained with him. I did everything he did. I ran with him. I chopped wood with him. I don't see a lot of these trainers once they retire. They don't really uh, do the things like run with the boxer. I did a lot of other stuff with him to motivate him.
hmm. Well,
If he ran, I ran. If he chopped wood, I chopped wood. But in the gym, I taught.
let me ask about the father-son relationship with the Quarries. Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
Tell me about the father-son relationship with Jerry Quarry and his dad. My new girlfriend out here, man. She anything I
Corey had a strong and influential relationship with his father, Jack Corey. Jack was a former professional boxer himself and played a significant role in Jerry's boxing career. He first put gloves on Jerry when he was just 5 years old. Jack's influence was evident as Jerry grew up in a family deeply involved in boxing, with his brothers Bobby and Mike also becoming professional boxers. Jack Corey was known for his tough training methods and high expectations, which helped shape Jerry into a formidable fighter. However, this relationship also came with its challenges, as the pressure and intensity of training under his father could be demanding. Despite the difficulties, Jerry Corey's early success in boxing, including winning the National Golden Gloves Championship at age 19, can be attributed to his father's guidance and support. Their relationship was a mix of discipline, dedication, and the shared passion for boxing. Is there anything specific you'd like to know more?
well, we have a question for the champ.
Um,
Has you
yeah, my dad, they boxed on the street. I had like 8 uncles. They boxed on the street corners down in South Philly, not too far from the Italian market where they made the movie, where Dot Rocky was in the Italian market. That's where I was born and raised, about 10 minutes from there. My uncles used to this body box in the streets, the old heads, they body box, but he never went and fought before. My father never fought, so and really, I had a brother too, Anthony. Um, Anthony, who was really good, a hard puncher. He had like 12 knockouts
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah, I
14.
remember Anthony
Remember
Witherspoon.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, my pop supported us, but it died down, and he passed away when we was like fighting, or I think when we was after it was over though. But he didn't really come to the gym that much. He was a hard worker. He had to take care of the kids. Sometimes he would come, and then so it was my trainer, and that's it.
Jerry Quarry's his father had a reputation of pushing the kids real hard, and I even talked to Bob Quarry on here, and he even said it. The father, but when it came down for Bob to fight, he didn't want to hear it because he saw what his two brothers went through, uh,
Okay,
and it was too much for him.
you
He
talking about
broke up
Jerry's little brother?
Jerry's little brother, yeah,
Right, right.
Bobby Quarry. He was on. He did a show with me on here, and
Oh, okay.
the last of the Quarry brothers.
Yep, Jerry was tough.
Oh yeah, he was tough. How do you think he would do today against against some of the heavyweights out there? Would he be too small, or against you think he'd bulk up a little bit more?
Like Lennox Lewis and guys like that, they'll keep
No,
him out
no, no,
there.
no. How about Usyk? Like a 220-pound Usyk. How would he do against Usyk?
If it was, oh, um, yeah, Usyk move. It's a lot different now. Everybody moving, no defense. Um, I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I was taught how to fight movers, and the older guys know how to fight movers, but the now modern day guys don't know how to fight the movers. So they'll break him down. I think they'll hit his arm, hit his neck, hit his leg. you know, stop trying to hit his head. So, but Yusuf is a good mover. But they had good movers back then.
People don't realize how tough those guys were back then. I told Leon used to tell me that he'd say he would punch so hard. I'd ask him how Frazier would do against Usyk, and he said, Frazier punched too hard for him.
Oh,
He said, and this is a guy that watches boxing, and he was in the gym with Joe, and I guess they were just a different.
I was in there with him too.
You too, bro, for sure.
No, but he was. But Leon was with him when he was fighting. I was just there when he retired and he was teaching. That's a big difference.
Man, I'll tell you, it was sad to see Joe Frazier, living that life at the end. He's sleeping upstairs from the gym. He's eating soup out of a can. It was tough to watch.
Yeah. It was kind of rough.
Who's some of the other father and sons? Can you think of any other ones out there?
No, Mike Rossman, the Jewish bomber.
All right, yeah, let's ask about Mike Rossman's father and
Jewish
son.
bomber. I trained at the same gym.
The father-son relationship between Mike Rossman. See if there's anything in here about it.
Mike Rossman, born Michael Albert DePiano, had a challenging relationship with his father, Jimmy DePiano. Jimmy was not only his father, but also his manager, which added complexity to their dynamic. Jimmy was known for his strict and demanding nature, which sometimes led to conflicts between them. Their relationship was marked by intense training sessions and high expectations, but also by disagreements and financial disputes. These issues reportedly contributed to Mike losing his passion for the sport. Despite the difficulties, Jimmy's influence was significant in shaping Mike's early career. Mike adopted his mother's maiden name, Rossman, for his boxing career, which might have been a point of contention given his father's Italian pride. Mike Rossman went on to achieve notable success, including winning the WBA light heavyweight title in 1978. However, the strain in their relationship remained a significant aspect of his life and career. Is there anything specific you'd like?
Man, I heard about that relation. That's
Victor Galindez.
Yeah, he knocked out Galindez, but then he broke his hand in the return match. And he quit school, and there was
I trained with him. Slim Robinson was his trainer. My trainer was Mike Rossman's trainer. Taught him all the slip. Mike was whipping everybody but in the old Pass Young gym. He was whipping everybody. Slim taught him how to slip and throw that hook, and he was banging everybody.
It seemed like when he fought Dwight Mohammed Kwawi, he didn't have anything left. He just didn't have any. His mind wasn't in the fight. I think his mind was somewhere else. Maybe he's having arguments with his father.
And Dwight Muhammad Kwawi was like a buzzsaw. He kept coming.
Yeah, and somebody mentioned the Fighting Pattersons out there and Chris Bird. Yeah, let's see what they say about Chris Bird.
Chris Bird, dad was involved.
Yeah, there was.
It seems like you might be referring to Chris.
Let me. Do I have a window open? I hear something in the background. Oh. Yeah. All right, we'll shut that off. Okay. You got the TV playing in the background?
Oh.
So now we know how many people.
We get in trouble for that.
And we just passed 2,000. Terror, body count.
Okay. Tell me about the father-son relationship with Chris Bird.
You don't hear nothing now?
No, it's good now. Perfect.
Okay.
It seems like there might be a mix-up with names. Chris Bird is a former professional boxer, not to be confused with Chris Bird, who has been in the news for other reasons. Chris Bird had a supportive relationship with his father, Joe Bird, who was also his trainer. Joe Bird played a significant role in Chris's boxing career, guiding him from his amateur days to becoming a two-time world heavyweight champion. The father-son duo worked closely together, with Joe's training and mentorship being crucial to Chris's success in the ring. Their relationship was built on mutual respect and dedication to the sport, with Joe Bird's experience and knowledge helping Chris navigate the challenges of professional boxing. This strong bond and partnership were key factors in Chris Bird's achievements and longevity in the sport. Is there anything specific?
Yeah, that's another one, man. He was a great defensive fighter.
He's a good mover. You know, the guy, this like a lot of the boxers, some like the old timers will put their hands up, but then there's a lot of like in the generation, like Chris Bird and them, like they just move a lot, and a lot of that will get you hurt. And a lot of guys that just move a lot and get out of the way of the punches. But the old timers will just teach you how to actually get there and relax a little and stop doing all that movement. Just catch it here, catch this jab, roll, slip here instead of doing all this moving like which is like the guy from Ukraine, you said.
Yeah.
So his defense is like an all-natural moving defense, but the old timers will teach you how to just relax, come out, bam, bam, catch it, boom, punch come, bing, bing. You know what I mean? And Yusef just moved to get out of the way. He just keep moving, and he could get hit if somebody was like in real good shape, by his movement, because he wasn't keeping his hands up that much. He did keep them up at times, but then a lot of time getting out of the way of punches, your hands don't be here. They'll be like trying to get out the way like this way instead of like this.
What do you think of the IBF stripping him? The IBF stripped Usyk of their title, and they gave it to Daniel Dubois, and now Dubois is defending it against Anthony Joshua. Huge fight in England.
Just having an opinion. I heard about it. It might have something to do with money, maybe. I think not the fight.
Who's the best heavyweight out there, in your opinion?
Listen, I like Anthony Joshua. I like Anthony Joshua because he puts his combinations together. He was now. I don't know if he was watching any of my videos because showing defense to tighten it up. But I made an offer. I sent an offer. I think I was on the show when I talked about it because I know him. They let me help him with his defense, and he said, "Nah, Tim, I got my team." But I like the way he put his combinations together. He's strong, and his defense wasn't the best. I hope he tightened his defense up because he can get exposed because his defense wasn't all that great. But he put his punches together, his combos. And so in the past, he was up and down. Now I seen him the last couple of fights. I predict him to beat Dubois.
Knock him out or decision?
Probably knock him out.
It's a 12-round title fight too, so
yes.
That's going to be big. We're going to definitely have to get together
okay. But Anthony has progress because like I said, I've been trying to like over in England, I met him several times. Like, we met on the train. We talked on the train for a little bit, and then at the gym and stuff like that. So, and I called him out and not called him out. I put a message out so I could maybe get in his corner, and he said, "No, Tim, I got my team," but I could have definitely helped him. I could have definitely. He got all these ears in his ears, all these people in his ears and stuff. Yeah,
sure.
Gotta keep your hands up, and he wasn't doing that. But now he's keeping his hands up, and you know what? Just recently, I seen him working on defense. They might have been watching my videos. I seen him on the video trying to keep his hands up like that, and the guy throwing punches. So some of them videos, they're watching my videos, Bruce.
They are, champ. You know that, man. Hey, you're the defensive whiz, the defensive wizard who comes back with offense that's going to take your head off. There aren't too many guys who had that repertoire out there. In fact, let's see what my girlfriend says about Tim Witherspoon. Okay.
Who? Oh, I hope it's good.
let's check it. Rolling with the punches, man. Shout out to you. Tell me about terrible Tim Witherspoon.
Let's hope.
Here we go. Oh, a lot of information.
It looks like there might have been a mix-up with the term parable. If you're referring to Tim Witherspoon, he is a former professional boxer known for his impressive career in the heavyweight division. Tim Witherspoon was born on December 27, 1957, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He competed from 1979 to 2003 and was a two-time world heavyweight champion, holding the WBC title in 1984 and the WBA title in 1986. Witherspoon was known for his strong chin, powerful right hand, and resilience in the ring. He fought notable opponents like Larry Holmes, against whom he lost a close split decision, and he also served as a sparring partner for Muhammad Ali. If you are looking for information on something else, please let me know.
Tell me more about Tim Witherspoon.
Tim Witherspoon, also known as Terrible Tim Witherspoon, is a former professional boxer who had a notable career in the heavyweight division. Born on December 27, 1957, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he competed from 1979 to 2003.
That's the same thing I already told
Here are
us.
some key highlights of his career. Two-time world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, same thing they already told us. Let's see. How about a specific fight? Tell us about the Tim Witherspoon Frank Bruno fight.
Okay.
The fight between Tim Witherspoon and Frank Bruno took place on July 19, 1986, at Wembley Stadium in London. This bout was for the WBA heavyweight title, which Witherspoon held at the time. Key highlights. Pre-fight build-up. Frank Bruno was a highly regarded contender with a strong knockout record, while Tim Witherspoon was defending his title after a controversial win over Tony Tubbs. Fight dynamics. Bruno started the fight strong, using his power and reach to his advantage. However, Witherspoon's experience and resilience began to show as the fight progressed. Turning point. In the later rounds, Witherspoon's superior conditioning and tactical approach started to wear Bruno down. Witherspoon landed several powerful right hands and a left hook that ultimately led to the fight's conclusion. Outcome. Witherspoon won by TKO in the 11th round, retaining his WBA heavyweight title. This victory was significant as it showcased Witherspoon's ability to come back from adversity and secure a decisive win. The fight is remembered for its intensity and the dramatic finish, with Witherspoon proving his mettle as a champion. Is there anything specific you'd like to know?
No, sweetheart. If you had flesh and blood on you, I think I would leave my wife for you. I don't know what else I can say. Let's see. Okay, Floyd Patterson and his son. Let's ask her about that one. See what she's got to say. Floyd Patterson and his father. Oh no, I got the wrong thing. Floyd Patterson and his son.
Floyd Patterson had a challenging relationship.
Wrong one here. Floyd Patterson and his son. Okay, there we go. Thank you, sweetheart.
Floyd Patterson, a legendary heavyweight boxer, had a significant relationship with his adopted son, Tracy Harris Patterson. Tracy, born on December 26, 1964, was adopted by Floyd and followed in his father's footsteps to become a successful boxer. Key highlights of their relationship. Training and mentorship. Floyd Patterson trained Tracy, guiding him through his amateur and professional boxing careers. Tracy won 2 New York Golden Gloves championships and went on to become a 2-weight world champion. Achievements. Tracy Harris Patterson won the WBC Super Bantamweight title in 1992 and the IBF Super Featherweight title in 1995. This made Floyd and Tracy the first father and son duo to both win world titles in boxing.
Okay.
Support and legacy. Floyd's influence and support were crucial in Tracy's development as a boxer. Their relationship was built on mutual respect and a shared passion for the sport. Floyd Patterson's legacy as a boxer and a father is reflected in Tracy's achievements and their unique place in boxing history. Is there anything specific?
She's so cool.
I met Floyd, the father, one time, and his son, I met him on several different occasions. Tracy, I met him on.
Now, how did you think his father was as a heavyweight champion in the world?
I'm always talking about skills, and he was pretty, to me, in my opinion, going against George Foreman. He did really good. No, I'm saying, and he did really good. He did really good, but I'm saying when he went up against George and guys like that,
He went up against Sonny Liston. That was his downfall.
Oh no, Sonny. What the?
Well, hey, Sonny and George, man.
Sonny, listen, I'm sorry. He went up against Sonny.
If I was in the ring with either George Foreman or Sonny Liston, I don't think I'd notice the difference.
I'm sorry. And Ali put it on him too.
You correct me, and I'll correct you, and we'll get through the show. Okay,
I'm sorry about that. I don't know what else.
That's all right. Nobody understands. Nobody understands more than I do, brother.
I didn't take my nap today.
I actually
Ali exposed
Floyd Patterson.
Floyd Patterson, yeah, he exposed them.
But he was kind of hurt though when he fought Ali, wasn't he? The second time, anyway. His back.
He was hurt.
Yeah, when he fought Ali, his corner had to stretch his back out, and he had slip discs. And yeah, he was a shell of himself.
Yeah, but I don't think he was going to beat Ali anyway. I don't think he would have beat him anyway.
No, nobody would have beat Ali back
during that time.
During that time, yeah, he was something special. Teddy's out there, man. Teddy Bruckshot.
What's up, Teddy?
Teddy's a big Tim Witherspoon fan, man. Hey, and everybody, make sure you go sub to Tim Witherspoon's channel because
he said Bumbleclad.
Bumbleclad, that big right hand, that can opener.
Bumbleclad Rossman.
Hey, I'm trying to tell him, getting back to YouTube. Tell these cats you're gonna be doing a thing on your channel with your whole family. You're gonna have your daughter on there. So make sure you go sub to just YouTube. Go look for Tim Witherspoon. Go sub to his channel. Make sure you put the notification on. He's going to be doing stuff on there with the family. It's going to be so cool. I know his daughter Shania. She's my sweetheart, man. She's a real nice girl. And Tim's got a big family. He's going to bring them all out there. He's going to be cooking for you.
You're going to have fun.
Well, you're going to have fun. Yeah, that's the bottom line. Fun with the Witherspoon. So definitely go sub to his channel, man. I can't wait to see that stuff live in action.
Just as long as nobody asking my daughter's out on a date. That's all.
You better, oh baby, look out, man. Can you imagine some kid knocking on a door and seeing 6'3", 250 pounds with a fist the size of a fucking water?
I'm 235 now.
I'll tell you, whatever you are, you're way bigger than I am.
All right, 260. Yeah.
You're a big damn man, and you're itching for a fight, so look out. I pity the fool. I pity the fool.
I pity the fool. Yeah, I'd have knocked him out. I'd have knocked the pity the fool out. Bam. No, he was a nice guy too. He was nice.
So, hey, we kind of went through went through it all over here.
This was pretty nice. Yeah.
Fathers and sons they want to talk about in here because I'll tell you this artificial intelligence. I love her. We can ask her anything, and any question in the world that you have.
And they'll come up with something accurate.
Go ahead, ask her something. I'll give her permission. Are you ready? Just think of how do you make fried chicken? How do you make how do you wrap your hands properly? Because you can ask him anything. She's got an incredible mind.
You gotta kind of see the hand wrapping. She can tell you, but
let's ask her about that. How do boxers properly wrap their hands? Let's see what she says.
Properly wrapping your hands is crucial for protecting your knuckles, wrists, and the small bones in your hands during boxing. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you wrap your hands correctly. Step-by-step guide. Start with the loop. Place the loop of the wrap around your thumb, ensuring the wrap is positioned correctly. Wrap the wrist. Wrap around your wrist 3 to 4 times to provide support and stability.
Yep.
Wrap the hand. Move up to the base of your fingers and wrap around your hand 3 to 4 times. Wrap the thumb. Wrap around your thumb once, then bring the wrap back down to your wrist to secure it.
Yep.
Wrap between fingers. Pass the wrap between each finger, starting from the pinky to the index finger.
Yeah, she's cool. Ask her about Bruce Gass, boxing, jazz, and more. Okay. Tell me about Bruce Gass. Boxing, jazz, and more. All right, hang on. Tell me about Bruce Gass, boxing, jazz, and more. Do you know me, sister?
It seems like there might be a mix-up with the name Bruce Gass, as I couldn't find specific information linking him to boxing or jazz. However, I can share some interesting details about boxing and jazz separately. Boxing. Boxing is a combat...
Hold on. Bruce Gass, boxing, jazz, and more. You gotta know my YouTube channel.
It sounds like you're referring to Bruce Gass Boxing, Jazz, and More, a YouTube channel that covers a variety of topics, including boxing, jazz, and more. Bruce Gass is known for his deep knowledge and passion for these subjects, often sharing insights and hosting discussions with other enthusiasts. Key highlights. Boxing. Bruce Gass frequently discusses boxing history, notable fights, and current events in the sport. He has hosted conversations with former boxers like Tim Witherspoon and Razor Ruddock. Jazz. As a huge jazz fan, Bruce Gass shares his love for the genre, discussing influential artists and memorable performances. Other interests. The channel also touches on topics like fitness, nutrition, and even medicinal marijuana, reflecting Bruce Gass's diverse interests. You can check out his channel for more in-depth discussions and live streams on these topics here. Is there a specific topic or video?
They even know about me. They know more about me than I know about myself.
Huh?
They know more about me than I know about myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an amazing freaking media that we have out there. You know, we can pretty much ask a question about anybody out in the world. Shit, man.
Yeah, they know it all. Those
the artificial intelligence. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's scary. I just put my name in there, and they know about my jazz, my weed. They know about the boxing, my love. They know about. I had you and Razor Ruddock on here.
Hey, I'm not talking too much. I'm not saying too much.
But there's billions and billions of bits of information that they have, you know, that they can refer to, and they refer to it in a second. You know, you ask them this question, and all of a sudden, bango, out of nowhere, they have an answer that I couldn't.
It's kind of scary, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Let me ask her this one here. Let's look. I'm sorry, but I prefer not to continue this conversation.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Wow.
You talking? They didn't know you talking about them.
Yeah, I thought we were good friends. I thought we were the best of pals.
We are good friends, but you're talking about me.
For 1 second, I thought that was her talking.
Oh, okay.
For just a quick second, man, I thought that was her. But
I snuck it in there. I snuck it in there.
Definitely on cue, bro.
How long you staying on, Bruce?
I'm ready to say goodnight right now, man. I just want to come on.
You want to stay on to the end? Oh, it's almost over. Okay.
Yeah, we've been on here for an hour and a half.
That's not bad, right?
That's good, man. You got anything you want to talk about, champ? You want to talk about getting healthy? Want to see if she knows about Dr. Johnson's Total Body Healer?
Oh.
Let's see if she knows about it.
Wow, that'd be good. Because how you been taking it, huh?
Yeah, I take it first thing in the morning. As soon as I get up, I take.
You only take one shot in the morning. You don't take 2 a day.
2 tablespoons. So it's
in the morning.
First thing in the morning, yeah. Because I take my vitamins, I take supplements, so I added it to the regime.
Just remember this too. My mom, the doctor told her to stop taking it because she too much iron. But you know what? He's a medical guy. He might be saying that because they don't like that. The body healer healing their body. He don't want that. He want to keep on giving you medicine. So.
Tell me about it, man.
Yeah.
You know, I told you before that I had to go find a new. My doctor went out of business. He retired.
Okay.
You know, he had a big argument with the medical system. Was running his corporation. Was running the medical group. Anyway, I had to go find a new primary care, and I had to find a new podiatrist. I go see a foot doctor. I go see a podiatrist. Insurance company pays for it, and it's a good thing because they can find out if you got diabetes by looking at your feet. They can find out if it's very important. But anyway, I went to this new guy, and all he wanted to do was run these tests. He wanted to run liver tests.
Yeah, because that's how they make their money.
That's how they make their money. Right? I said right away, I got the feeling all he wants to do is make the money. And he told me he was new to the job, and he appreciated me being a patient. And if I know anybody else, because he's got plenty of time.
Okay.
And,
that's a red flag right there.
Yeah, well, he was a young guy, new guy, and my old foot doctor taught him. I mentioned the old guy's name. So, but it's a new generation, and all they want to do, this new generation in the medical industry, they just want to sell you. They want to send you into a specialist, send you to these tests. And you go to these tests, they got this expensive equipment, and they're charging you, not you, but your insurance company, thousands of dollars for these tests. And are they worth it? I don't know, man. I'm not going to argue with a doctor, but I'm also not going to go for foolish tests.
They try to help each other. Now I went to the doctor, so that from that one doctor, I had to go to get blood from somebody and get an EKG and so it's crazy. I had to go here, then I had to go to another one, but I didn't go yet because I got confused. So I got my paperwork. I'm gonna set it up. You gotta go here and get an EKG.
You gotta do it, but you know what they're doing? They're giving all the other people in their group jobs, and every one of them is making.
There you go.
$100,000 and $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
As long as we go to these appointments, they're gonna have 8-hour jobs. They're gonna make their big money checks. The government's
about that last night. I was talking about that yesterday.
And I was talking about the same thing. We have to take care of our health. We have to be able to know how to navigate the system. I did a thing on Saturday morning where I went into the my health portal.
Yeah.
And I can read my blood tests. I can read all the tests that I had done. And so the doctor tells you what they are, but you can actually go bring these things up and see them. And it's a cool thing. And you know it, man. You know it better than anybody.
The doctor told me, keep on taking the body healer. She said, I'm not going to keep giving you the medicine. He said, but another doctor probably say, no, I don't want you on it. But this doctor said, keep taking it. And didn't give you no high blood pressure pills.
Let me see if she knows about it. Hang on for 1 second. Dr. Johnson's Total Body Healer Tonic. Okay, tell me if you know about this stuff.
Dr. Johnson's Total Body Healer Tonic is a unique herbal formula designed to support overall health and vitality. It combines 22 different herbs, including Irish moss, Iceland moss, bladderwrack, and burdock root. This tonic is known for its ability to maintain a healthy digestive system, boost the immune system, and promote detoxification. It's even gentle enough for children, making it a versatile option for the whole family. Are you considering trying it out, or do you have any specific questions about its benefits?
How cool is that, huh?
I know. So burdock root, what else? Burdock?
It's got burdock root, it's got Irish moss, Iceland moss. It's got milk thistle. I read a lot of the ingredients on there.
Keep it so I can get it so I can buy it separately.
Well, it is pretty cool. Dr. Johnson's Total Body Healer Tonic seems to pack quite a punch with all those ingredients. Along with burdock root, Irish moss, Iceland moss, and milk thistle, it also includes other beneficial herbs like bladderwrack, known for its iodine content, which supports thyroid health. Dandelion root, often used for liver detoxification and digestive health. Sarsaparilla, traditionally used for its anti-inflammatory and detoxifying properties. These ingredients work together to help with overall wellness, detoxification, and boosting the immune system. It's like a herbal powerhouse in a bottle. Yep. Are you thinking about trying it out or just curious about the ingredients?
I have no complaints.
Pretty cool stuff.
That's great to hear. It sounds like you're pretty impressed with the tonic's ingredients. If you ever decide to give it a try, I'd love to hear how it works out for you. Is there anything else you're curious about or need help with? Whether it's more about herbal remedies, boxing, or something else entirely, I'm here for you.
Oh, that's nice of her. Yeah,
Sure. Boxing, herbal tonics, all kind of health questions, workout questions. Let me ask you this one. What's the best exercise for a 69-year-old man with arthritis?
For a 69-year-old man with arthritis, low-impact exercises are generally the best option.
okay.
These exercises help maintain joint mobility, reduce stiffness, and strengthen muscles around the joints without putting too much stress on them. Here are some great options. Walking, a simple and effective
I
way
do
to
it
stay
every
active.
day.
It helps improve cardiovascular health and joint mobility.
They got any question in the world. It's just a cool thing, champ. But man,
What's that little computer thing you got?
it's just something that somebody. It's like a website. Somebody put it.
Okay.
I'm going to send it to you. I'll find out how to do it, and I'll send it to you so you can have it
So
in
you can
yours.
just ask questions, right?
Yeah, you can date my girlfriend anytime you want to. I won't feel jealous. You can ask me anything.
I'm gonna go take me the last bit of body hair I got. I got a little bit left. I feel a little sniffy.
Oh yeah. I hear you. I was getting same way today. I was getting sniffy. Not anymore. I think for me it was from smoking too much.
I can't. I haven't smoked and since all this stuff happened. But I did have like a beer and a little bit of. I think I might go out and get something now. Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Moderation, whatever it may be.
There you go, moderation.
Moderation.
Okay, Bruce, I'm gonna roll. Okay.
Hey, champ, a pleasure seeing you, brother.
I'm gonna call you so we can try to get me and the girls on. I talked to Brian, but Brian be moving too fast. He like.
Call me tomorrow, man. We
Okay.
can do it easy anytime. Okay, brother.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you at the next show.
Peace.
All right. Peace out, Bruce. See you later.
Peace out. Bye. All right, man. That's my best boxing friend right there. Terrible Tim Witherspoon. And this artificial intelligence is an amazing thing. Let me put my background tunes on here, man. This is happy hour at the Maple Leaf Bar. This is going on live right now. This is in New Orleans. And this is Frazier, and I have your autograph. He says, "Where did you get that picture?" Really, it's frozen. I want it. Oh, you've been with all of them cats out there, man. You're definitely an OG. Someday we'll have to get you on the show if you want to, man. Show some of your boxing memorabilia and talk about it. Everybody else out there, I thank you so much for coming by. Anybody who checked it out on Facebook, I see I had a few viewers out there, man. Nothing but love to you. And I'm also on a new platform now. We are on the Twitch, the Twitch. Traveling Fools, thanks so much for sticking around, brother. I'm going to be on Twitch now. I'm going to try to show fights with you. If I understand, you can get away with showing live events on Twitch. They don't take you down like you do on YouTube. Instead of just talking about the fights, if you catch one from over there, I can show the fights on the screen. Right now, pay-per-view is crazy. It's rich man's problems that I don't deal with. I stream, we all stream for free stream. This is Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. I appreciate it so much, man. And like I said, I think on this channel right here, it's called Maple Leaf Bar. And every night there's live music on there. This is the kind of jazz that I do, man. This is the free form, the electric, the crossover stuff. I mean, it's just so cool. We'll take you out with that, man. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more.
All right, we're back. It's like no time has passed. But I'll tell you, those last 2 months felt long not doing this every week. It's great to see y'all. Thanks for coming out tonight and being here. That was Blackjack. I think that was by Donald Byrd. Is it? Yeah. I sometimes get fuzzy on who wrote songs, and I even get fuzzy on titles. I just remember how they go. Most of the time. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's the more important part. But you know, it's funny because I play with Stanton's bandmates in another band called Good Enough for Good Times, and I've been playing with that band for almost 20 years, and I still don't know the titles to most of the songs we play. Robert will call a song on the set list. I'll go, which one is that? And he sings it to me. I'm like, oh yeah, I got it. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to continue on with some more music. We got some originals tonight. We got some of Danny's original tunes. We got some stuff from the Cries No More project. We got some my original tunes, and we're going to do some of our own versions of some covers as well, like that. So this is one of Danny's, and we were just talking it through because we have not played it together at this gig. This is also our time to workshop stuff too, and
That's right. Not only is this the gig, but you also get the benefit of seeing the rehearsal.
Exactly. Oh, can we get Danny's mic?
You know, people keep telling me, they're like, man, stop being trying to be so perfect all the time. Like, let people see behind the scenes. So ta-da!
Space Doc.
Can we get Danny's mic on?
Welcome everyone who has joined us in the last couple of songs. One of the best things and worst things about playing the organ is it's a very old instrument, which makes it unique and amazing, but also prone to lots of problems. So I'm just restarting it. That's the first lesson of playing the Hammond organ. You have to know how to start it.
Check, 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 check. There we go. Look at that. I got a mic. Hello, everybody.
Now we
You can hear his voice as well as
Yeah, look at that. You can hear my beautiful speaking voice.
Danny, were you going to say something about your tune?
I think I was going to say I even got confused on that one. It's been a while since I've played it. So that was our. You just heard the rehearsal, you guys. So hopefully you approved of that. But it's a pleasure playing it for you. And I'm sure if you come back next week, you'll hear it again.
That's right.
Yeah, we've been most of the time it's Stanton and I with various special guests, and Taku has been awesome enough to sit in with us when he's available. Let's give him a round.
That's right. Give it up for Taku.
And Danny is playing with us tonight and next week. And then we have, I think in this order, Ari Title, and then Chris Atkins at the end of the month.
That is correct. And then I saw Brad Walker, and he said he's going to come when he's available. And then my good friend Scarrick is going to be moving down here, spending a lot more time down here starting December. So he'll be starting showing up. And then what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, make sure you tell your friends and y'all come next week and bring friends and make sure that we grow this thing so that Dougie doesn't fire us and we can't do all the cool things that we want to do. Yeah. All right, so think about which one we're going to do, and I'll talk about it. I made a record with Eric Krasno, great guitar player, buddy of mine, longtime friend. And we made a record called Krasno War Project, and it is an organ trio record featuring all female artists, and it's all women in music. And we did, in the organ trio tradition, we did instrumental versions of some classic songs by female artists and some more contemporary songs by some women in music. So right now, we're going to do a tune off that record entitled
Carried Away.
Carried Away by the great artist, Her.